Hey guys, this is Utsav from Gains Fitness, and today I'm going to be giving all you beginners to the fitness world some advice just to help you boost your progress. So let's talk about a very important aspect of fitness, which is nutrition. I'm not going to go to the depth of the topic, it's a very vast topic, so I'm just going to focus on bulking and cutting today. Most beginners are faced with the problem, what should I do? Should I bulk or should I cut? I would say none of that. Bulking and cutting is for more intermediate lifters. Being a beginner, you can put on muscle and lose fat at the same time. So basically what you do is you eat your maintenance caloric level and you should put on a pretty decent amount of muscle and lose fat. So how do you find out what this maintenance level is? Go online, type BMR calculator on Google, and given the inputs that it requires, and that will give you a certain number. That number is the average amount that your body burns without any exercise. So then you add to that the amount of calories you're going through exercise, and that's your maintenance caloric level. Eat that much and you should fare pretty well. So now let's talk about training. If you've never been to the gym before, I would suggest doing 2 to 3 weeks of full body circuit training to get your body accustomed to that sort of training, because you've never done weight training before, right? So once your body is accustomed to it, you move on to doing 1 to 2 body parts a day. Create the split however you want, but 1 to 2 body parts a day. When you move on to this phase, also make sure that you incorporate heavy compound lifts like the bench press, the military press, the squat and the deadlift, because these help with structural and functional strength, which is very important because you don't want to just be big, right? You want to be pretty strong too and fit. Let's talk about how to create a split. You can create the split however you want. The split I personally like to follow is chest and biceps on day 1, back and triceps on day 2, shoulders on day 3, and legs on day 4. This is my preference. You can set the split the way that suits you. Just make sure you're incorporating a rest day at the end of your split, because your body needs rest even though you think you don't. And also make sure to add a leg day, because most beginners ignore leg day, and when they become intermediate lifters, then they start regretting not training legs as their legs start lagging as compared to the upper body, and it just looks disproportional. How often should you train each muscle group? Once or twice a week, not more than that. You probably can't do it more than that. How many reps to do? That all depends on your goals. If you're training for strength, then 1 to 5 reps. If you're training for hypertrophy, which is to put on muscle, then 8 to 12 reps is optimal. And if you're training for endurance, 15 plus reps is perfect. So I personally like to keep a hybrid of hypertrophy and strength training, because those are the 2 aspects I want to work on. So I start my workout with 6 to 8 reps of a heavy compound lift, following all the strength parameters, followed by the rest of my workout being a hypertrophy workout. Now let's move on to ab training. What should I do to train my abs? Let me start by telling you that abdominal muscles are just like any other muscles in on the rest of the body. Do you train your chest every day? Do you train your legs every day? No, right? So why do you train your abs every day? Abs need to be trained every 3 days, and that's just about all you need to grow a nice thick set of abs, sorry. So what I personally like to do for abs is I do weighted crunches on the Bosu ball, followed by 4 sets of planks, weighted planks. So I'll do 1 set of crunches followed by 1 set of plank without a break, and then take a rest and do 4 sets like that. So basically for abs, you don't need to do anything fancy. You don't need to do the infinite number of crunches to get a nice thick set of abs. Basically what you have to do is you have to focus on progressive overload. So make harder and harder variations of the exercises you're doing, add weight to the exercises you're doing, and make it harder that way. Don't just keep doing more and more reps. Finally, let's talk about supplementation. Should I take supplements? Let me start by saying that supplements are not necessary. You do not need them. They do not live up to the hype. They may aid in progress, but they're not magically going to give you a great physique, just as we said in our other videos. And you can make just about the same progress without them. Only take supplements if something's deficient in your diet and you're unable to cure this deficiency with whole foods. For example, let's say you're not getting enough protein in your diet, and it's hard for you to cook and make more protein, or you're a vegetarian, so it's hard for you to get enough protein in. Go ahead, by all means, go buy a protein supplement. There's no harm in that. But I mean, if you can get your protein from whole foods, there's nothing like it. Some very beneficial supplements that are overlooked are health supplements. They don't directly aid in muscle building, but they aid in overall health. So if you're healthy overall and if your well-being is good, then naturally you're going to put on more muscle and you're going to recover quickly. So these can be multivitamins, these can be fish oil, vitamin D3. These are actually really good for you. So what you need to do is you should go online and read about these health supplements, or you can ask us if you have any queries about any health supplements, and check for deficiencies. So see what the symptoms of deficiencies are, find out if you're deficient in one of these aspects, and then go ahead, buy a supplement and cure these deficiencies. But that's only if you can't cure that deficiency with whole food. For example, loads of people can't cure the deficiencies of zinc and iron from whole food because it's very hard to get enough zinc and iron in. So by all means, go ahead and buy a zinc and iron supplement. Don't fall for the marketing scams. Nothing's magically going to give you muscle. You basically have to get in what you can from whole food, and if you can't get that in from whole foods, go buy supplements. And yeah, that's about it for supplements. That's it for today, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. If you have any queries, make sure to inbox us on Facebook. Please subscribe for more videos, and as always, thanks for watching.